It's another edition of KFC Radio brought to you by Screwball Whiskey. We are live right now on a rooftop of our Miami hotel for Super Bowl week, a.k.a. Kobe Bryant week. It's a weird one here at Barstool Sports, but I always can rely on Screwball Whiskey to get a tasty cocktail in my belly. Screwball Whiskey has been a revelation.
Use a Screwball right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could use some whiskey
or water. I could use liquid right now, but Screwball would be better.
Yeah, it's like it's 4:41 as we record this. A little bit of twilight under some haze, and I could just go for almost like a happy hour cocktail right now. And that's what Screwball.
What we're gonna do as soon as this is done.
Yes.
Okay.
Screwball is perfect for exactly that. So it's got a hint of peanut butter as the choppers, the ghetto birds are above us right now in Miami. We'll talk about that in a minute. There was some police activity last night that was a scene. Anyway, Screwball Whiskey is peanut butter flavored. We've seen all sorts of flavors and all sorts of liquors, but I've never seen peanut butter flavored whiskey. 70 proof vodka, which 70 proof alcohol, which means gets the job done, but also a little less of a bite. You mix that up with some creamy peanut butter flavor, and that is the perfect whiskey. You can drink it straight. You can mix it up with
grape juice
to make a peanut butter and jelly combo. You can mix it up with any sort of juice in general because it's got that sweet taste to it, and it's perfect for all the screwballs in your life, all the black sheep in your life, which is, exactly what we are. I am a midnight black sheep. I am black as coal. But for anybody out there,
I don't think you are.
Oh, you don't think I am?
No.
Well, we'll talk about this in a second because I have a question to pose to you regarding Kobe Bryant and relating it back to me because I'm a narcissist.
Yeah, okay.
So, but in general, Screwball Whiskey, it's the way to go. Enjoy responsibly. Advertisement by Screwball Spirits in San Marcos, California. Whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color, 35% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly and enjoy your Screwball Whiskey. So we are now 36 hours into Kobe Bryant mess. Not even. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'd say closer to 24.
Okay, 24. And it's a weird one now. We've done, a couple podcasts. We've done a day of radio, and obviously it's front of everyone's mind. But I don't want to be repetitive, and I don't want to be gratuitous or over the top with it. So I was trying to come up with a new angle to discuss it. And there are two things I wanted to discuss. First of all, the line of too soon. Is it you who believes there's no such thing as too soon? Somebody in my life believes there's no such thing as too soon. Which it's an interesting philosophy.
I guess I wouldn't say I don't believe in it. I think things are too soon sometimes. So I guess I do believe in it.
Well, like right now, if I'm just cracking off-color Kobe jokes.
But no, but if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I won't say things, but it's also not like I respect that. It's like if I thought it, I would say it. It's just not how my brain works.
Right.
I don't have the kind of brain that would make a joke that you would call too soon.
I want to say it was maybe someone like Bill Burr. It was like a comedian. Maybe we had like high stature who kind of said what you just said. If it's funny enough and makes people laugh, then you can make that joke, 1 minute after tragedy. But it's got to be extra fucking funny. It's got to be a grand slam. Well, the reason I say that,
Jeselnik, who's obviously the king of that kind of stuff, had a quote tweet yesterday where it was like, someone tweeted that the Late Late Show with James Corden will now be syndicated on Comedy Central, and he just quote tweeted and said like, "Boy, I thought this day was bad already," or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's not really a joke about Kobe; it's a joke about James Corden.
Well, and that's the way to do it too. That's almost like that Dina Hashem joke that went viral with XXXTentacion. It was like it's about him, but it's like tangential, and that's kind of the way you should attack it. I just tweeted a picture right now as we speak of Ron Artest. Meta World Peace tweeted his tribute to Kobe. I thought it was a very funny thing. It said something like "gone too soon" or something like that. Very, very just generic caption. But the picture was him. If you're watching on Barstool Gold, we're right on top of the balcony. Go to barstoolgold.com/KFC. Ron Artest is laying in bed, like flat, but his head's up. Like imagine if you're trying to look at your dick, basically.
Yeah.
Your chin's up, and he was wearing a Laker jersey that said 24, and it was signed. It said 2 Diamond. Do you know what that means? Was that like a nickname? I don't know. Anyway, It's signed, and that was Ron Artest's tribute. But it was just a very funny Ron Artest thing to do because it's an awkward picture. It wasn't like just who takes a laying like this, And so I did the classic what you see versus what she sees meme with the girl blowing you and the blonde girl, you're looking down at her face and she's looking up at yours. That has nothing to do with Kobe Bryant. And the immediate reaction of delete this. This ain't it, Chief. How quickly do you think he deletes this? At Stool Presidente, you should fire him. Like,
what?
Like, I'm getting ratioed like real fast. Let me see what it's at right now. I mean, I was like, I did not even think twice. It's nothing crazy, but 15 retweets, 375 likes, 73 comments. And people are
You know what? When
swing and a miss. There's just no way you're going to keep this up. Why would you post this? Show some respect. He was mourning in this. I mean, just, and to be fair, the top two replies are, you're going to get shit on this, but this is hilarious. I laughed. So there are some people with a sense of humor. But, I mean.
No, I mean, it's.
I guess it was a little risky, but I just, I didn't think so at all.
It's one of those things. I think that when people say not the old Barstool, not my Barstool, stuff like that, I think Stoolies have changed more than Barstool's ever changed.
I absolutely agree. The fan base is way more sensitive than it ever was.
I think it's fan consumption, at least social media wise, and I think that's why it's like our podcast. We can always say what the fuck we want. No, like our fans are our fans, and they're like. They think like us, and I don't think we've changed. No, I mean that's not accurate. We've changed. I don't think it's
we've
better
grown.
Or it's worse. There's been change. If there hadn't been change, it would be a problem. There's been change 10 years in our sense of humor, what we think of the way we look at the world, all that kind of stuff. And I think the larger sensitive stuff has come from Stoolies. Not
Stoolies,
not the bars, not Stoolers, which I guess we would be.
Yeah,
that's where it's like, oh, that's fans replying this is too soon or whatever the fuck they're saying. That's hashtag not my Barstool.
I never heard that once in the late 2010s. I mean, it's disappointing because it's like. You guys are supposed to have our back when someone else is doing that to us. You're doing it to us.
Yeah,
It's like infighting.
The social media with Kobe has been very weird. It's been an interesting experience and it's not even just Kobe himself. It's just social media, how it works now. We're like this when we got off the plane, the first thing Jared said to me was, "Did you say anything?" And it was almost like we weren't getting off the plane. It was like we were walking out of the reception line,
right,
of like the Bryant family,
like returning to civilization.
Did I say anything? No, I didn't say anything.
Right.
I'm not a basketball guy. There are more. I liked Kobe Bryant. I'm sad he's dead. That that almost sounds like I'm saying it like and look, I get it. No, I'm genuinely sad he's dead. I genuinely liked Kobe Bryant. He was probably my favorite basketball player. I also just think that there were better people, there are more qualified people to honor him. In fact, my lack of honoring him honored his dedication because I did not think I put in the work
to even comment on this guy.
To comment on. I didn't watch the game tapes. I wasn't the one fighting with other people. Like
you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
So and I was like, that sucks. But that's how social media has become now, where it's weird to privately be like, wow, that's sad. I don't fucking hate the people who are like OMG. I think it's strange. I think it's unnecessary.
There was so much of that. That was bizarre.
It was nonstop. I never saw the TMZ article retweeted. It was just quote to OMG.
And no. I can't believe this is real.
Right. Tell me
this is a lie. And
I'm mad at those people because you've made me feel guilty for silently being like, wow, that's a loss,
right?
And you've made me feel like I need to raise my hand and say that I also feel sad about this tragedy.
Me too. Yeah,
it should be assumed that I'm sad someone died. But last night it was like I was up at 2 a.m. and I was in my own head. Being like, fuck, do people think it was a statement from me?
Yeah,
to
you
not
weren't commenting. I know.
That's
a sad state of affairs, man. I mean,
it's weird.
It's one of the biggest deaths ever, if not the biggest in my mind, combined with every single day is the biggest day in social media history.
Right.
Like every day there's more users, there's more followers, there's new platforms, there's always bigger and more, attention. So it's from here on out, anytime there's a tragedy, it will be a new experiment as to how society handles it because social media will be that much more different. And I think right now, we haven't experienced anything on this level since, I think some people throw out Michael Jackson's death as being the biggest death most recently.
I remember that. I lived in college with a kid who was a huge Michael Jackson fan. He was legitimately distraught.
Yeah. I never
Man in the Mirror just played emanated throughout my apartment
Really?
for like weeks.
I mean, that's just a weird one because he was. I mean, I guess in a lot of ways it was comparable because Michael Jackson had his, infamy as well.
Right.
But we have not seen anything this level with this amount of social media in our lives yet, and so it is definitely an interesting experiment. Ultra funny or ultra ironic or whatever, knowing that Kobe was like the type of guy who wouldn't want all this attention, who wouldn't want games canceled, who wouldn't want the drama. Although he did like the spotlight, so maybe he's up there going, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Retire 24, that's right, bitches. But I mean, to me, the word I would use, I'm sad. I don't know him, but I am stunned. Like every once an hour, I have had this thought of like, I cannot believe Kobe Bryant is dead. Like what the fuck? Like it's not a
unprompted.
It just pops into my head. Just like I'm not kind of like, oh wow, I'll never see him play again because he had already retired, and I was not a LA guy, so I'm not a it's not like it's connected to me directly. Although I really was when I was growing up. Iverson, Kobe, Garnett, Wolves, Garnett were like my guys. I had all their jerseys. I had, they like when I made a screen name or anything, I always used their numbers.
Really?
Like 21, 8, and 3. Like they were my dudes. And but other than that, it's nothing truly connected to me. But I do keep having this feeling that it's just like, what? Like what? He died in a helicopter crash? So it is an interesting. It's an interesting display and whatever from the social media point of view. The other point I wanted to make was it's a great experiment or what have you with what your legacy can be if you have had something negative in your past, and how can you overcome it, kind of? There was some backlash. There was some off-color jokes, and there was some people who just were bringing up facts, not even necessarily like slander, but just being like, hey, remember this happened too. But I would say it's 99-1. It's 99%.
More than that.
Yeah.
More than that.
Which is, if we would have played this out hypothetically, like, before he died, what will Kobe Bryant's legacy be? I think I would have said, but there's going to be this like level of tarnish, and there really isn't.
No, I agree with that. I'm surprised by the lack of it. Even people trying to get attention or whatever, which I don't think just bringing it up is trying to get attention.
No.
I think it's a fair thing to bring up. Obviously, we're talking about Eagle, Colorado. I don't think it's unwarranted. I think it's a significant part of his life.
You know what's funny that you just said that, by the way? Even that, like, describing it as that rather than being like the rape case.
Right.
Whether that was subliminal or subconscious or whatever, like people are like softening it for one reason or another, rather than being like the Kobe Bryant rape case. It's like Eagle, Colorado, or like his incident or his past or his,
As they always, he was complicated, had a complicated past.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
I did it myself.
Rape. He was the poster child. It was like Me Too before Me Too.
Right.
But like. And also like Me Too isn't really rape,
it's like power. Yeah. Well, I mean, some examples.
Some examples, yes, but I think largely the Me Too movement is like
exploiting power dynamics,
or just like inappropriate office interactions, stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
This is just an outright rape,
right?
Or
like sexual assault,
rape. And it's like, but it was like the first like rape culture.
Superstar,
fall,
probably.
At least in my life, There's probably stuff before me, but I
mean,
vividly remember.
Mike Tyson had stuff. Like, there's always been examples of powerful, rich, famous men, and girls, and it's always been a dicey one where it's there are people who make up allegations, and like to me the difference was that statement that Kobe made back in 2003 saying, I firmly believe it was consensual, but I know now that she does not view it that way. I mean, that's like an admission of something. You know what I mean? That's not these are false accusations. This occurred, and we view that differently. That's confessing almost in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's certainly confessing to something. And so it's about as without having a full trial and conviction.
It's about. I also don't think that's an insane thing, though. I think I think you and I don't even mean I just mean remembering a night. You can just ask two different people, like they will tell you completely different stories what happened,
and especially with sex,
and they're not even lying. Neither of them lying. That's exactly what happened in their head.
Yep, and it it does get weird with fame, and it's like people put themselves in positions and take, like, some of it was she said, you know, like the kissing was consensual and then it stopped. So there is, like, it's just a weird situation, and that's why you have to be, like, extremely careful for anybody in these positions. But overall, the fact that it did go as far as it went, and there are both parties admitting the fact that it's not playing into his legacy at all, really.
No.
That's pretty.
I think
especially in this climate, like, you know, where, like, I'm stunned that the Me Too writers and whatnot aren't, like, remember, you know.
I think that's a testament to. We were talking earlier about how we've changed. Not, you know, nothing monumental. Just really age has passed.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I always say if you haven't changed in 10 years, you're a fucking loser.
But, like,
you know?
like how his life changed and what he became, and, you know, whether or not it was spurred on by that incident or not, but it was. Like, you know, Kobe became a humongous advocate for women's sports, for his children, for his wife, all that stuff. And, like, maybe that was it. But I think, like, a testament to his greatness is his ability to reinvent himself and be like, okay, I'm a different thing now.
And you know what? Maybe
he's
it's not
in his game and in his life.
Maybe it's not the purest of intentions either. You know, it's like a lot of times people get caught and then they donate to charity and shit, and it's a PR move. But, you know, there's, like, a philosophical
But this is
thought
also
about,
so far away that maybe it might
ago.
just be what he genuinely wanted to do.
Right.
You can't. There is, you know, part of everyone should have, like, the healthy cynic being like, why is he doing that? But there's also, like, maybe he just he did it with the ref when he called the ref a fucking fag.
Yeah.
And he like went to GLAAD and, like, learned and. I think then he became, like, an advocate for homophobic or anti-homophobic speech and all that stuff. It's like, maybe it's
but that's so much easier to admit to. If you were just like, yeah, man, like, I said fag a lot and that was wrong and I will own that one, you're willing to own it because it's not gonna, like, cancel your career. You can't own being, like, a rapist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
That's one that it's a whole level.
That's a
But
tough
you're right.
one,
But I remember one of the few things I remember in college. I remember taking a philosophy class. Philosophy always stuck with me. I enjoyed that, talking about the different philosophers and Descartes and Hume and all those guys. And there was some dude, I don't remember which one, but, you know, the idea was, like, what's more important, the meaning, the reason why you do things, or, like, the end results. And it's like, if I'm a scumbag in my heart and I hate gay people and I hate this, that, the other thing, but I donate all my money to them and I work to help them, and it's all bad intentions or selfish intentions, but the end result is that community is better off. Is that better or worse than if, you know, I feel it in my heart but I don't do anything? Like, where do you fall? Like, where I you know, like, kind of, I feel like, who cares what your intentions are if you're giving up your money or your time and you're helping them? If it's a PR stunt, who cares?
Yeah, your money. Yeah, guess what?
Versus someone who could be like, I love them, but I'm not going out of my way to help anybody.
Love doesn't buy lobbyists. Love doesn't.
Right.
Like,
Doesn't. Love does not get results. You know.
Love does. Yeah. It's very nice of you. Congratulations. Love doesn't tell me how much money worth you love me.
Right. And so
I want to know. I want
so
to be on The Price is Right and be like, bet way under on how much you actually love me and on what the price is.
If you were. If somebody, let's say, you know, somebody hit their wife, and the next day, you know, donated all their money, and then dedicated their life to that afterwards, and you knew that it was just like, I got to do this because the public is on my back.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Would you? Yeah. I mean, I would probably say, like, hey, listen, these are not pure intentions, but also, actions speak louder than words, or actions speak louder than, you know.
I always find that so
case.
weird with, like, charities do that and political campaigns do that. Where it's like, we're giving this person's money back because they're
right.
Like, well, bitch, I'm taking their fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, I'm even doing everyone else favor. This awful person doesn't have as much money.
Right.
Like,
this is a good thing.
What is wrong with what I'm doing?
They should be like, all right, you know, you donated $1 million, and we're gonna take $950,000 of it and give it to, like, the family and stuff, and then $50,000 we're gonna make, like, an embarrassing statue of you being like a piece of shit. We're gonna put that on display. Like, fine, do that. But, you know, at the end of the day, actions, the ends justify the means, or whatever you want to call it.
Why would you want to give a bad person more money?
Right.
Like, just like, no, I'm keeping your money.
But I also can understand from a personal point of view. I could get petty and be like, I don't want your fucking money, you know?
I think I'd always take whoever's money.
Think so?
You just gave me money, I think I'm going to take it.
Like, joke's on you, man.
Like, I don't fucking care. It's not like when I go and spend this $10 at a restaurant, they're going to be like, oh my God.
But I feel like you're a man of principle.
Is this so-and-so's money?
Who do you hate, like, the most?
I don't
you
know.
have like problems with on a deep level? Probably nobody really, right?
No.
Kirk Minihane.
I don't hate Kirk.
Kirk Minihane will be on the show later today. We'll actually do the back half of it. We'll talk to Kirk. Kirk and his minions decided to trash me more so than John in this round, calling me stuttering John or stuttering idiot or something like that. Talking about our interview with Shane Gillis and the way I asked him a question. So we had Kirk on the show and he did his whole hypocritical backtracking thing as per usual. But as always with Kirk, when we get over the bullshit and then we just start talking, it's great.
Right.
He's very good at what he does, and the conversation's interesting. So if you want to hear the KFC Radio Minifan beef, that's at the end of today's episode. But yeah, it's all just it's sad on a personal level, and as a dad, I'm such a pussy now that I'm a dad. It's crazy. I mean, everything I relate to my own kids and my own life, and I get so sad over it. I just like if I just like think about it hard enough, if I just think about sad stuff enough, I could start crying.
That's one of those things as a dad that people get mad at. Like it gets mocked a lot, like as a father, as a mother, as a whatever. But it's just different.
It is. I mean, you do change. Like I
say I'm sorry, and it sucks, but I don't feel it. I don't feel anything really.
And it's not like I directly, but it's just like I have that extra thing to relate to that
relatability don't. Is fucking king.
Right.
If I can't relate to it, then I don't feel for it.
Right.
And if I don't feel for it, then I don't really care.
I agree. That's part of with the whole like not my Barstool or Barstool's changed. So I've been trying to. I've had this little blog renaissance, and I'm trying to write again. And I did that for multiple reasons. One being that like I feel like writing is my best talent, and I wanted to get back into that. And another part of it though was that a lot of the fans that I kind of lost over my personal shit the past couple of years liked me on the blog, and in an effort to kind of regain them or get them back in my life, I started blogging. And so while I don't usually like to put any stock in feedback, good or bad, when I do know it's going to be good, I like to try to soak it in. It's like the rare times I'm going to get a lot of tweets or Reddit comments or comments on the blog that are positive. Let me go take a peek just for my self-esteem, And the vibe that I've seen from so many people is like that I've changed, that I realized what I was doing the past couple of years and came back and changed myself. And it's like, I haven't changed anything. You guys have just kind of come back around on me. Like I did an episode of Podfathers the other day. And I said shit that I've been saying ever since I got a divorce, and now it's well received.
What did you say?
I was just kind of like, what did I say? I was talking about like that. It was coming on the heels of that 5 days alone with the kids and how I was complaining about that. And I guess what they were resonating was I was saying how hard divorce life is, and how, to be honest, like if I could do it all over again, maybe I would have just figured out a way to stay together, because it's just from a sheer difficulty level. I really don't remember what I was saying. It was not all that profound, and I certainly wasn't like, I used to think this way and now I think this way. It's just that I'm writing blogs again, guys. Like it really is such a weird, like the people who are seeming to like me again are convincing themselves that I'm doing something different, and it's like, I promise you I stayed the course. Because the other argument, the critique used to be the past couple of years that I can't believe KFC is still taking these voicemails and still talking about sex. So, I used to get credit, too much shit for staying the course, but now all of a sudden you think I totally changed. So it's all just, how people perceive things. And the Barstool fans, they're the ones that have kind of really been changing recently. And I guess you could expand that to the world. Like, the Kobe reaction, I think, is different than it would have been a couple years ago, and certainly like 5-10 years ago.
Right.
It'll definitely be one of the most interesting stories ever, and it's wild that it's all just occurring to us here. Like so much is crazy right now, from renting out a whole hotel and fancy Miami, another Super Bowl, and the Kobe story taking it all over. We are here, and we're doing it, but it was touch and go for a while there, John. The fact that we maybe KFC Radio would maybe not even be here at all if it wasn't for John. Let's call it persevering, to be perfectly honest. Overcoming the odds. John, sitting next to me today is a testament to your just ability to live. Like life finds a way.
Yeah.
You will always.
You think so?
I do, and it's this is John's fortitude is brought to you by Simply Safe. Tragedy can strike at any time. and you got to protect your family. And you know what we learned from Kobe this week is that family is everything, and so you got to make sure your wife and kids, or your husband and kids, and your belongings and all of that is safe. And Simply Safe is that. They will protect your home better than any home security system, safer and easier and more affordable than anybody on the market. Simply Safe. There is no there's no hoops to jump through. There's no hidden fees and costs. There's no long-term contracts that lock you in forever. There's no technological coding problems. It's a simple technology. It's simple hardware. It's an affordable monthly fee, and there's no gotcha. You can go to simplysafe.com right now. SIMPLI safe.com/KFC Radio, and you'll get your free shipping and a 60-day risk-free trial with your security kit. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain, keeping yourself and your belongings safe. Go now to simplysafe.com/KFC Radio so that know that we were the ones who sent you. We get the credit for it, and you keep your family safe. Simplysafe.com/KFC Radio. John, you're a hero.
I don't know
You're an
about
inspiration,
a hero,
John.
but
You are an inspiration to me, at least.
I mean,
dare I use the word the M word? Miracle. It's a miracle that John Henry is here.
it's very.
He just if you're watching on goal, he just readjusted himself. He sat up. He's leaning on the edge of his chair here. He means business.
We're lucky.
The dramatic pause too. Wow.
I battled through one of the worst bouts of the 24-hour bug. So bad it lasted 48. And it was actually it got to a point where I guess I imagine what it's like to have a kid. Only like,
Oh boy.
I was my own child. Like that is one of the reasons too. Like
Wait a minute.
I don't really have interest in kids.
You
like,
lost me. That was like some.
I have
deep
a kid
meta
already.
shit.
It's me, and it's like I have to deal with him all the time, and it's like I feel like after dealing with like a sick kid for like a day, it just becomes funny, and you're just laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
Like, you're losing your own mind.
Yeah. I
So
know
like
that
I
girl.
was dealing with a sick child,
But it was you.
but the parent had lost his mind.
Right.
So I was just laughing.
Well, I feel like you're off. You know, I use this analogy way too often, but Walter White and Heisenberg. There's like the adult version of you and the kid version of you, and this time the Heisenberg took over. You went full kid.
It was
never go full child.
I was everything. I'll tell the story. So I got sick. Right? I got sick on Thursday morning, and I'm always sick, so I'm never sick.
Right.
Like
Everything always hurts. You always feel like a bag of shit.
I wake up.
You never get good rest.
Like that. Yeah. I wake up like this sucks. So like I always got a stomach ache. I got heartburn. My chest hurts. My back hurts. Everything's fucking. I'm not great.
Again,
so
the paradox. You're a child, but you're an old man. It's
deep. It's very. I think a lot of it too. Like I didn't get. My mom wouldn't take me to the doctors when I was sick. It was just like. So I never think like go to the doctors or anything like that. And so I woke up and I was sick, and I was like, well, I guess I got my stomach. It was 3 a.m. and I like woke up.
Cause it's 3 a.m. and I'm calling everybody in my phone. That song is
It's 3
fire.
a.m. and I wanna go to bed. And I pooped in it.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket.
So I woke up at 3 a.m. and I pooped my bed.
I almost think we need to pause and give a disclaimer, because when you call KFC Radio, when you listen to KFC Radio, maybe the callers are going to be talking about poop. You can usually rest assured that John Henry is going to be the one to stop the poop talk.
Yeah.
And you pooped so much, you became poop culture.
You
became a poop guy.
I
Yeah.
love being poop guy now.
Yeah. So just brace yourself, because what's about to happen is a lot of poop talk.
So I pooped in my bed, and it wasn't a lot, but it wasn't a little bit.
I think of pooping in your pants as very binary.
It was.
You either pooped your pants or you didn't.
It had gone through my pants onto the bed.
Oh.
Let's say that.
So you shit yourself in your sleep?
Yeah.
Like you were asleep,
like,
and you woke up into a puddle of poop.
I didn't realize I'd shit my bed.
So you woke
I
up.
woke up because I had to shit into the toilet. and
I could just see John waking up going, I gotta poop in the toilet. It's time to use the
I
bowl.
had to go shit into the toilet. And it wasn't until I came back to my room that I realized I'd already shit all over my bed.
You're sitting on the bowl like,
Right? So
I can't believe there's any more left.
So I'm standing in my bed, like doing the, you know, you try to just exhale things out. Like you
Wait, you said you're standing in your bed?
I'm standing in my room, looking at my bed.
Okay, got it.
Just being like, and I'm like, time to get back in bed, right? And I kind of like moseying over.
Oh no!
And I pull my sheets back, and I'm like, I just turn around and I go to the couch, and now I'd had poop in the boxers, but I just didn't realize it was the kind of poop that had gone through to the bed, and so
You're still wearing the poopy underpants.
No. I once I pulled those down, I'd seen it was a disaster. I realized it was Chernobyl, and so
the Runkin.
It was
10,000 Runkin.
We were at fucking 100 million Runkins in them underpants, and so I went to shit, and again when I pulled my pants down, I was like, boy, there was a lot of shit in these underpants. So I crumble those things up, throw them in my closet.
Jesus! Have you watched those yet?
Put on a new pair of underpants, right? And I went to leave the bed, saw a bed covered in shit. Couldn't deal with that, so I go and just lay down on the couch, right? And again, this is probably like 4 a.m. now. Like it's still really, really fucking early. I'm out of it. I don't have a lot of sleep or anything like that. And I'm like, all right, gotta go back to bed. I wake up.
Oh no!
2 hours later.
Did you shit yourself again?
What woke me up
was
shit dripping down my ass. I was sleeping like on my side, so diarrhea just felt like dripping down my cheeks.
Yeah, like gravity just took over.
Yeah,
and you shit your
I was
cheeks.
like, why is water going down my cheeks? And I was like, I'm shitting my pants. Right. So.
This is a low moment. This is a low moment for the podcast. This is a low moment for your life.
So
it's a low moment for my life.
So I get up, go poop in the toilet, and I get through that whole thing. Throw those boxers in the closet. Put another pair of boxers on. Right, and then at this point, like I'd been on the toilet so long, I've been doing the. Just trying.
It's coming out of both sides of you?
Just trying.
Are you puking at this time?
I hadn't puked yet.
Okay.
And so I'm now at this point, pair of boxers 3. Sun's not up yet, and
the sun's not up. He's on his 3rd shit pants of the day.
And so now I'm like, all right, we got to get back to bed, and then I'm laying on the couch. And I'm trying to fall back asleep. I got TV on, and I got a fart. And I you know, it's like a
by now you've got to know you can't safely fart.
Hang on a second. So, but like, you know, like it's like a, you know, you're kind of fucking. You're knocking on the door.
Yeah.
You're like, hello, it's the police.
Right.
Or is it the poop? Right? You're like, what is on the
poop's on the other side with the battering ram ready to just fucking bam.
Right. So that's a better thing. Where it's like, it's a better joke. We're workshopping. Where it's like, there's a knock on the door, and you're like, is it the police or is it the criminals out there?
Right.
Right. The police are a fart, and yours
bad guys are a poop.
But when you're conscious, you have the control of the sphincter.
Yeah.
To crack the door open.
Right. Just take a peek.
So let's see what's back there.
Eye hole, a peephole.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was just a little bit of a fart, but I realized. While doing that, almost I had workshopped myself just there, where I was like, what's happening is when I'm asleep, I don't have the sphincter control, so I'm just shitting myself. So I was like
scientifically breaking this down.
I was
thought about it.
I was like, I can't fall back asleep, or I'll shit myself. It was like in Friday the 13th.
No.
Or
Nightmare on Elm Street.
It was like Nightmare on Elm Street, where I was like, I can't fall asleep or I'll die. I was like, I can't fall asleep or I'll fucking poop in my pants. And
1, 2, poop is coming for you.
So now I'm fucking, I'm actively trying to stay awake. I'm like not like exercising, but I'm like drinking water and eating food and just trying to get energy into my system.
Blasting music.
So I don't fall asleep and shit my pants. Right? And then so I'm up and I'm like going back to the toilet. I mean, I shit so many times, it's crazy.
I mean, the running texts I got from you about the whole thing, like just chronicling your shit pants was just like I would just get a random text Friday 3:21 p.m. It just said 4 with a period. It said 4 what? It said 4 pants shit.
but so right. So this had gone on and by like 10 o'clock or whatever, I texted you. I was like, dude, it's not gonna. I had been holding off texting you like. Because I felt bad we had an interview that day, and I was like, there's no way I'm getting in. And now I'm getting tired. Later in the day, I'm getting tired, and I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep. It's gonna happen.
You're gonna shit yourself.
And I'm gonna shit my pants. So I make myself a diaper, right? Right? I get right. So what I do?
I forgot about the diaper.
So what I do is when I'm wearing clean boxers, I also go get like windbreaker pants. So if
he described it as waterproof pants.
I hadn't had the energy to waterproof pants. I hadn't had the energy to change my sheets or anything like that, so I'm still sleeping on the couch, and I can't shit my couch because then after that I'm sleeping on the floor. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wear like Lululemon shorts, or I had a pair of like swishy pants, and I'm putting those on and just creating a force field. So when I shit my pants, so when I shit my pants when I'm asleep,
again, not an if.
When I'm going to shit my pants, and I can't have it get onto the couch, and so I'm like, all right, I'm wore up. I'm ready for a nap.
You're KG.
Yeah.
I got a couple Macs. I got a couple, rocket launchers fights. Like I got a couple diapers.
I'm storming into that Colin-esque dream sequence. Like, guess what, bitch? You're not getting on my fucking couch cottons.
It's also you can't poop on the common room couch. You know,
no, I mean
like
it's
your own
more
bed's
my
your own
couch.
bed.
Everyone lives in their own rooms. And
yeah, but still, you know.
Yeah, you can't be shitting
in the living room. You can't shit in the living room. You shit in the toilet. You maybe shit in your bedroom. You can't be shitting in the living room.
Can't be shitting in the living room. Can't do it. So I wake up full pants of shit, and I have to now get rid of everything. Now while I'm this stage now, while I'm not getting nauseous, because I'm shitting everywhere. There's
poop. There's poop on the walls. There's poop on the floor. The ceiling. There's shit everywhere.
And now as I'm taking off my pants, shorts, underpants full of shit, I'm also nauseous and just start puking everywhere. And now I'm puking like 8 minutes straight.
And there's something about puking into the toilet you just pooped in 1,000 times.
Right.
You know, it's flushed and it's gone, but it's not.
But it's not. Oh no!
Your head is
it was.
Yeah, because it's like on the bowl,
all over the place. And in my
this is a fucking gross podcast.
in my right hand, I was holding all the pans of shit. So like, I didn't want to get on the ground because then I had to scrub the floor, right? And so I'm just like.
Heaven help me.
Okay, so now I start feeling better. I never really for this entire 48-hour window really. I never go to bed. I don't usually a lot either, but like eventually my body would tire to the point where it's like I gotta sleep 15 minutes, dude, and I'd wake up in 15 minutes in an absolute panic that I'd shit my pants.
Just waking up like
like immediately like no, we're good, okay. But so the next day, finally feeling a little bit better. Friday, it's probably Friday, like 4 o'clock.
Let me just read you the text from Thursday night, 8 p.m. I have pooped 15 plus times today, and I've probably cried close to 10.
I was just weeping.
2 of those poops claimed pants as my victims. 1 claimed my bed. My house is a fucking wild scene right now. But then what I love about it, it's going to be a great podcast segment. I said to him, are we talking full-blown shit pants or you sharted? He goes, there's definitely close to sharts, but they're the most I've ever shit my pants. It happens every time I take a nap, so now I'm scared to sleep like my asshole is Freddy Krueger. I said, you woke up in a puddle of poop? He goes, it wasn't a puddle, but there was definitely a significant stain on my bed. So now I'm sleeping on my couch in waterproof shorts or pants to protect the fabric in case I fall asleep and poop attacks. I said, this is straight up medieval. So this is the most disgusting I've ever had. It's like I have a baby, except it's me. It's so fucking funny.
Dude, and so finally Friday, it's like Friday at like 3 o'clock or whatever.
I said, if it makes you feel any better, Shay slept in my bed that night and she peed the bed, so she peed on me. I said, if it makes you feel any better, Shay peed on me. He goes, pee in the bed's light work.
Pee in the bed is light work. That's child's play.
Been doing that for years.
Yeah, you want to be
I almost enjoy that.
You want to be an adult, come take a dump in my bed. But so So Friday at like 3 or whatever, I'm feeling better, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I had now at this point, I forget it's Friday at 3. I haven't eaten since Wednesday at 7. And,
Jesus Christ!
And I don't even know where this stuff that's coming out of me. I don't know where it's coming from, and fucking. So I'm cooking.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta get hungry at some point.
I'm cooking. I'm not ordering food. I'm cooking.
We know John's on his kick, so he's rattling those pots and pans.
And they're gonna wish you didn't say their name. And so I'm cooking, right? And I got music going. I'm like, it's like dancing where it's like, we good to dance? Mm-hmm. Oh, we do have the energy to dance. All right, we'll bop a little harder then.
I definitely do this when I'm sick too. I think when you get really sick, you always jump the gun on being healthy. Like, all right, I can go out. I can go back out. Like, I'm good. And it's like, oh wait, I should not. I'm not over this yet. I'm not ready.
This is just dipping the toe in the water.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
All right, this isn't so bad, is it? And so I have prepared the chicken. I have prepared some greens on the frying pan with the chicken.
Uh-huh.
And it is now time. Boiled water. It is now time. I've thrown the couscous into the water.
Couscous.
It is now, the food's so nice, they named it twice. And it is now.
I love saying that. He says it every time.
Every time. And it is now time to put the chicken into the oven. I put the chicken in the oven. I bend down.
Oh,
put
no.
the chicken in the oven.
Classic mistake.
And it was like my stomach saw what was happening, like it's got eyes. And it was like, what the fuck do you think you're doing, buddy?
Yeah.
And he goes, let me just remind you what's happening in here.
That was punishment for like, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Like, we are at DEFCON 1,
Right.
red alert, and you're just going to go fucking cook up some couscous? I don't think so, pal.
Outside the fucking body right now, you might be feeling like a Holiday Inn. It wasn't a Ritz, but you might be
Good
you
enough.
might be at a Holiday Inn level. Inside, it's still a war zone. And as I went down, I just shit in my pants. For the fourth time.
For the fourth time in 12 hours.
But at this point, there was couscous is really hard to cook, right?
John.
It's really hard to cook.
John.
And you gotta
what
stay
does-
mixing it.
No.
And then, and
no,
then,
you don't. Not
and
when
then
you shit your
I did-
pants.
And then the chicken I didn't want to burn.
No.
So I just cooked the rest of the meal with bullshit.
John!
Like
John!
as I was like, it wasn't full shit in my pants. It was like just a good amount of poop.
John, I already told you there's either shit in your pants or not.
And it was like
John, I am like sorely disappointed in you.
like when I walked as I was continuing to cook.
Oh my God!
could-
You're walking
like-
and cooking
Like
with poop
I
in your
could
pants?
feel the shit like getting stuck to a cheek.
Oh
Right? And it was like, because here's the deal, Kevin. Here's what would happen. I have two options. Okay?
You have one option. It's
no,
go clean the
no.
poop out of your pants.
No, because here's what's gonna happen, right? So I don't have time to go shower, right? I don't have time. That's off the table. Otherwise, the meal is ruined.
The meal. This fucking meal.
But I would have had time to go change my boxers, right? But then I'm just dirtying up another pair of boxers.
You're gonna shit again, yeah.
Just like I haven't cleaned my cheeks yet. So I'm
Yeah.
just putting on a pair of boxers to a poop.
Yeah.
I'm just leading the lamb to slaughter on that one. And so I cooked the whole meal, and then when I was done, I went and showered, changed my poop pants, put on new pants, and
How long would you say you just sat there and let the poop marinate
how
in your
long was I
cheeks?
in my own filth?
Yes.
20 minutes.
Oh my God. I mean, that's how you get
Probably
like,
7
rashes. That's how the plague started.
If I had to guess, the
Honestly-
recipe said let the chicken sit for 17 to 20 minutes. I would
So
say
I was right at
I would
17.
say 22 minutes. I was sitting in my own poop.
That is literally how like 1/3 of the world once got wiped out is people just living in their own filth. And you, in the year 2020, you just chose to live in your own excrement
Well, yeah.
as a non-poop guy.
And it was a scene. It was
I-
but one of the more ridiculous parts too, where like I would clean when I like
One of the more ridiculous.
well,
I
just
mean,
like on when,
the
when I
whole
was
thing, John.
Friday night, I finally started getting like my laundry together and shit like that because I had to come to fucking Miami on
Shit
Sunday,
like that.
and it was like
You didn't just throw those out? You like clean them?
I throw out the sheets.
Did you send like your poop boxers to the washing folds?
No, I just did this myself.
Okay, good. Because if you send that to like Min Lee, you're a fucking asshole.
No, I think but I'm like picking up things, right? And I was in such a fog of war. I was picking up things where I was like, I don't even remember shitting in these. Like, I don't remember shitting on these pants. You gotta remember.
I mean, I can count like all the times I shit. I can remember all of them because they're very few times. You pooped in your pants enough times for a lifetime in a 12-hour
I was
span.
just going around my apartment picking things up. I was like, when did I shit on this? What the fuck are you going on? Are you kidding me? I got shit on my shirt? When did I shit on my shirt? What is happening right now?
John, let me ask you something.
But that's the story. That was a lot.
Now,
that was my Thursday, Friday.
Now that I mean, obviously the world knows now, but as this is going on,
the sheets, by the way, I cleaned, and then when they were clean, I was like, these are still dirty.
Yeah.
Like you could, like, it wasn't like a feel. It was noticeable. It was like, oh no, these
are stained with poop
This is
forever.
still a pair of poop shoes.
You're gonna wear those boxers again? Like you're just like wearing poop boxers?
I really wish you didn't ask that.
You're wearing them right now, aren't you?
I wore them yesterday. I shared them. There's a pair of shit boxes in my closet right now. They're the same Freddy Krueger. Not Freddy Krueger. They're Jason. They're Jason boxers.
Wow.
They
were Freddy Krueger. That would have been an all-time fucking coincidence.
I don't know what happened.
I mean, not only.
I was going to keep this one secret, Kevin. I was going to tell it.
I mean, at this point, John, the secrets, I mean, they're all on the fucking table.
All right, fine. I pooped myself at the gym yesterday. I still haven't.
Oh, wait.
That's what I washed them. They were clean. I was wearing them. I pooped in them again.
John, you're healthy.
I still haven't taken a normal poop.
But you're healthy now, and you're still shitting your pants.
No, it was.
John, you're healthy enough.
I'm healthy enough.
You are now just a pants shitter.
I'm healthy enough where I shouldn't have shit my pants. It was.
Were you on the elliptical? Just like.
No, I'm not on the elliptical. Come on, you didn't get calves like these on an elliptical. Just stand in the gym.
That's what you get. You know, that's God. Right now, John, Dan, and PFT are all going to the gym.
That's why, and that'll explain
why
why I was so defensive this morning when you picked up a pair of boxers of mine. And I went, they're not pooping those ones.
Yeah. So we're in John's room, and I'm curious about John's other underpants, not his poop stained ones, his size small boxers. Because if you've been listening, you know that John, even being a fat dumb bitch that he is, he has a pair of small briefs. And I grab them, much like you would like a piece of evidence, you know, like just like two fingers. And I go, are these? And I was going to say the small boxers. And he goes, nope, there's not poop in those. Nope. Like, ha ha ha. Nope. You thought you got me, but I didn't, you fucking idiot.
You didn't know how close they were, though, did you?
I know.
They were right behind that door.
Oh. So now you're now on day like 4 of pooping your pants.
Yeah.
It's like a 4-day span. And you're much healthier, John. You were out drinking.
I'm still
you're
diarrheaing, though.
I know, but
I don't know what that's about.
You can have diarrhea and you still can make it to the bowl.
Yeah.
You are now a pants pooper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And now let me ask you this. So I said the whole world obviously knows, but as this is going down, what are you telling the romantic interest in your life? Are you? Because we are both very much, or at least it used to be, on the same page as far as like. We don't do poop jokes or open honesty with our lovers when it comes to this stuff. Well, what were you doing?
I mean, no, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, but like, so is she gonna find this out from the podcast?
So this is a podcast.
But like, okay, so that's my point. She doesn't know that any of this happened.
She knows I was sick. And,
right.
I don't know. She knows I puked, so it was like I was in the bathroom.
But if this comes back to her,
you get to this stuff like
some way, she's gonna know that like her man pooped himself 45 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier in the show. This is a trust tree show, so.
Yeah. Big time trust tree.
That's it. You know what? One of the weird things that happened afterwards, too?
I mean.
On Saturday, my mom called me and she was like, how are you feeling? And I was like, I'm fine. Like, I was healthy.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, I'm fine. But I am still, I'm old enough where, like, I was in recovery. Like, I was in recovery from being sick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
kinda,
like, that, like when you were younger, you're just like, oh, I'm not sick anymore. I'm
right,
good.
right. You're just like, go play, yeah.
Right. Like, I was like, I'm not sick, but I can't go upstairs still. Like, I'm not sick.
Like transitioning back into life.
But I get winded walking into the kitchen. So, like,
and at any given moment, I might poop myself.
Yeah, I was like, I'm no longer ill, but I could use electrolytes and I need to hydrate. And maybe in 2 days after some fluids, I'll be okay.
Adult men are just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
You're like an adult body with a baby control. I mean, you think about 2020 and the things people do in the bedroom, even to guys now. It's like, ladies, next time you're going south of the border and you're going way low, think of like that man might have shit himself 4 times in 12 hours. God damn it.
Hello, John. Nice to meet you.
You are a fucking animal. You are a literal animal, man.
I know.
So often, here on KFC Radio, we've been talking on the record for 10 years. Like you said, we've grown, we've changed. And so there's often going to be times where, maybe we said something in the past and many years later we've changed and we've grown. But this is a text. This is a spiel from John a mere 10 days ago.
What you got?
No way. I've never had poop fall out of my butt.
You've never been like, rushing to the bathroom?
Not once in this life have I had poop fall out of my butt. I have
the only poop's coming out of my butt is when I want it to.
I have complete control over my
Next topic.
Wow.
Next point.
That's an all-time old takes exposed.
Old takes exposed. I mean,
That's like,
and you know
that's
what?
A
And
fucking,
also,
that's
very,
a freezing cold take.
but
10
very,
days
very
ago?
apropos to you, it didn't age poorly at that moment in time.
Yeah.
You had complete control of your sphincter,
Right.
and poop did not fall out of your butt.
I
But
did
boy,
not.
oh
Like, you
boy.
listen to the video. Like, I never said it'll never happen.
Right. You just said
I
it
said
hadn't
it has
happened.
never happened.
And now it absolutely has.
I honestly can't remember a time I had either. Maybe it's just like everyone's pants shit's stored up, and then like, they were like, "Yo, you got to catch up."
No,
Most people
I don't
shit their
think
pants
so.
at least sometimes.
No. I don't think that's
know.
the case. You think that there's like a quota, like a finite number of pants shits, and some people get it over the course of. I feel like you poop your pants when you're a baby, you poop your pants when you're like 80 plus, and then in between you're good. You just had this little blip on the radar at the age of 30.
Yeah, and let's make sure we know that it's a blip.
Let's hope it's a fucking blip. Let's get into these voicemails. All right, today's voicemails are brought to you by Roman. If you're looking to have some sex, if you are in complete control of yourself and not pooping, you want to get intimate with somebody, you want to make sure it's a long experience, long-lasting and enjoyable experience for you, for her, for him, for everybody involved, get yourself some Roman swipes. These swipes are medical marvel. It's ingenuity and innovation on a level that I would really actually argue that since the invention of erectile dysfunction pills, this is the most important advancement in sex.
I think that's fair.
Like sex forever was just, there was nothing you could do about it. It was just the D and the V and maybe some other places you could put it, and that's it. And then all of a sudden we figured out there was a pill that could fix you. You get that from Roman too, by the way. But then after that, there was no way to improve performance. Now we can do that. I wonder how many advancements we're going to get. Like eventually.
Yeah, it's one of those things you thought it probably wouldn't get too much better, and
it does.
Here
Keeps
it
on
is.
getting better. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's it's like we're fixing it. It wasn't broke, but we're going to make it that much better. So the Roman swipes, you open them up, you wipe them on your dick, you last like 10, 15, 20% longer, and the more you use it, the more you actually train your body to get used to that time, and that duration is really no longer a big deal. You'll actually perform better without the Roman. I recommend just using them every time, though, because, if you can fix it, if you can make things better, it's almost like GPS, okay? Roman swipes like GPS. Do I know how to get to my location? I do. I could drive and get there. But this GPS, maybe it's going to take me one extra back road or avoid one light or avoid one little bit of traffic and get me there that much quicker. The process is that much more enjoyable. That's the Roman swipes. You could have normal sex without them, but why not make it as good as possible? Get your Roman swipes for just $5 when you sign up for a monthly deal when you go to getroman.com/KFC. $5 with a monthly order. It's getroman.com/KFC. Voicemail time. We're going to do a little dealer's choice here. Handsome, ugly penis hypothetical, or physically or emotionally dead.
wait, I'm sorry. Do it again.
Handsome, ugly penis hypothetical, or physically or emotionally dead.
Handsome, ugly penis.
My man, that's a good choice.
What's up, KFC, Feits, super producer BC. So my roommate and I were having a conversation, and the question came up, would you rather be an incredibly good-looking man with a micro penis or an absolutely hideous man with a fucking hammer? Let me know what you guys think.
I mean, that's an easy question.
It's an absolutely easy question.
The Google look out the micro penis.
I thought I was gonna be asking about handsome penises.
Yeah, so let's come up with our own hypothetical there. Would you rather have a normal looking dick, but like small? Like, I'm not gonna say micro penis because that's like
Right.
people like kill themselves over that. We have like a 1-inch dick. Let's say it's like 4 inches. It's
Okay.
small, but it's like usable.
Yeah.
Or you have like an 8-inch or whatever girls deem to be, big and thick enough, but not like a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You got fly in your face. But it's gruesome. Let's say it's uncircumcised. It's multicolored. It's got like a lump on it. It's curved. The bottom is like wider than the head.
It looks like a tree in Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
It looks like Beard Tree or Tree Beard or whatever his name is.
I know. I don't know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Gnarled and
looks
twisted.
like Tree Man from India.
Bearded.
Just lumpy and almost looks like it has like an STD, but it doesn't.
Yeah. A 4-inch. No brainer.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Now, but what about like, let's say not totally gruesome, but let's say uncircumcised.
I think having a handsome penis is a very important thing.
Yeah. I was once told.
I think we've joked about that before. I've never been told. I just know. I got a handsome peep.
I was told I have the perfect penis by somebody once, and I was like, stop it. And they were like, no, don't get me wrong. I don't mean it's like huge and like, but it just like looks like I close my eyes on a picture of dick, and that's what I want it to be. And it was the most genuine, like, like if you tell me I have a big dick or you tell me like you're the best in bed, I'm like, no, I'm not. But the way she described that, I was like, thank you.
That's very sweet of you.
I definitely have the Neapolitan ice cream thing going, and some people are weirded out by that. I think that's pretty common if you ask me. But I think I got like a nicely shaped dick.
That's really, you can hang your hat on that at the end of the day.
Hang out on my dick?
Literally and metaphorically.
Imagine if I just took my cap and I just hung it on there.
Tell you what, if I took these pants off, a lady
Please don't.
who was painting a nude, I'm just talking about anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can say, if a lady was going to paint my naked body and I took my pants off, she wouldn't be like, whoa. She probably wouldn't get wet. But she'd go, well, that looks nice.
The way you hit the T on that. She wouldn't get wet. But she would
She'd
be like,
probably
okay.
just be like, that's
what
penis.
it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Speaking of the sculptures.
That's what I have. I have like a doctor's cartoon, like in like a book.
Right.
If they're like,
It's like textbook dick.
That's a penis.
It's a penis.
you take my pants off,
I
know
actually
it's a
think
penis.
sometimes the textbooks are doing us a favor. I think sometimes the textbooks are like pretty small.
Yeah.
Pretty weird looking.
Yeah, but it's the right proportions. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this matches what I
hangs
saw in the
right.
textbook once.
What do you think about when Michelangelo was making the David? I mean, that dick is so tiny.
Yeah.
Do you think that he like had beef with David? Do you think he like wanted to slander David? Wouldn't you, if I was an artist and I was like, I'm going to make a sculpture dedicated to David, this guy, he pulled off the biggest upset in the history of battle. Wouldn't you like throw him a bone?
Yeah.
Give him an extra inch or two?
Well, you know what? Everything back then was reverse. I bet
Having a small dick was
I bet tiny dicks are hot.
I mean, his is so small, it's
Right?
like a turtle.
I'm like kind of kidding, but
It's
not
going
kidding either.
in and it's
Like,
resting on the balls.
Yeah.
Like, give him a little bit of...
Yeah.
Let it hang
Well,
lower than the balls.
David's got a dick like that pig who shits on his balls. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that guy.
That's
That's OG internet. Like, you said that, and I knew exactly what you're talking about. The guy had such fat balls, he would just poop, and it would just slide out onto
It
the
would
balls.
just get stuck on his ball. That's what David's dick is. It's just a poop that got stuck on his balls.
A lot of poop talk today.
Oh yeah.
You have to think that Michelangelo was actually a Goliath fan. He was like Team Goliath, and he was like, I'm gonna make this guy have a little pecker.
I think I got like, it was like, what, like, pale skin, hot. Being fat,
hot.
Little dick, hot.
Yeah, I mean,
I bet flat chest, little dick, bush.
If we could get that going again, that'd be good.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad.
Let's do a couple more here. I'm looking at the telling fiance about girls he hooked up with. What a terrible idea that is.
KFC and Feits, above average producer BC. So I got a question. I have a fiance, and she's recently found out through other people that before me and her were together, I kind of got around, and I'm still friends with a lot of the girls that I slept with. And she's finding out now as she's becoming friends with these girls in my town that I had actually slept with a lot of them. And so she's kind of got on my ass about it, and it's been mad at me for not telling her before she befriended these girls that I had slept with them. So am I like an asshole for not telling her, or is it the other way around because she's freaking out on me just because she didn't ask about it or anything and I just left it in the dark? But either way, she's really been ripping it.
You are not the asshole.
Anything you guys got?
No.
Thanks.
For keeping this a secret. She is the asshole. Not an asshole, but, curiosity killed the cat. It's like you shouldn't ask those questions. Don't ask what you don't want to know. My thing is more these people who, like, stay in the same town their whole life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this couldn't even happen to me if I wanted it to.
Yeah.
Like to be in this big friends group and you stay in the same town you were, and it's like, yep, fucked her, I remember her, I fucked that one. It's just like,
I don't even keep friends from like, let alone like, here's the here's the advice I can give on this, or just like it's really not advice, it's just a solution. Like, live your life like chapters of a book.
okay, yeah,
And then, but like, it's an anthology book.
yeah. I think the better example is more like live your life like an anthology series, and each book is like done.
Yeah,
move on. It's tied together, but it's new characters.
We do not have the same cast.
Right.
It is
right.
Like
I like
honestly,
that a lot.
I have like 4 people in my life who have been with me my whole life that don't have my DNA. Actually, no, I have 0 people in my life who have been with me my whole life. I have 4 people who have been with me since.
That don't have your DNA, you said?
Yeah. Like, I have like 4 or 5 people who have been with me like since high school. Everyone else is, you live in this world.
Mm-hmm. I'm so the same way.
It's a completely different world.
Yes.
And guess what? We don't do crossovers.
No, I think that actually people think I'm like a little bit weird, or my friends, especially because I moved a couple times too. So I have like my Bronx friends, my Westchester friends, my Philadelphia friends.
Oh, I don't even have them. They're not friends anymore. It's not like
Yeah,
that.
they're just gone.
We can never revisit that world.
Oh,
it's never
okay.
coming back.
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah. Well, the same thing will happen with Barstool.
You think so? I was just about to say me and you are lifers.
Oh no, you and I, you're probably around. I don't think anyone else.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm obviously
No, I
exaggerating
mean, I'm
and
with
shit
you.
like that
I
here.
mean, no, you're probably not.
But like,
I mean, most of those people are coworkers, and I like them. But there's really, when
there's
if
obviously
we move
Keith.
on,
There's obviously there are more people. But like,
But I do think
if
even
I'm
the people I'm
allowed to
close
continue
to.
my joke when Barstool's done, I'll never talk to any of you ever again.
I mean, sometimes I feel like people want, like, my friends will want to meet my Barstool people, or like a girl wants to meet like the Barstool people who are friends from home, and I'm just like, no, why? Just it's independent George and relationship George.
Yeah.
Like I not that I have like things to hide, but it's just like, I'm one person here, I'm one person with you.
It does.
Once
Once things get serious, it does like you have to share worlds with each other.
I suppose.
Like it's like.
But again, why?
But largely speaking, but even in a perfect world, there's only one other person you ever have to share those worlds with.
Right.
Because it takes a long time to get to the level where, like, all right, you want to meet these people?
Mm-hmm. I would
But
say
it's like I got my childhood friends. It's like, and also I don't cut people out. It's just like,
fade.
Things happen. But like, I don't have any friends from home. Very few friends from high school. 0 friends from college. Never had another job. So
Yeah.
This is it.
I would say my life, my social life, my romantic life, my professional life can best be summed up as American Horror Story.
Yeah.
It is a harrowing tale, a horror film, if you will, every single year with different cast of characters. Similar. Sometimes people are in both worlds, but they're completely different types of people, and they don't ever connect. I just keep that horror story separate.
Smart.
All right, time to get into our interview, if you call it that, with Kirk Minihane. It's brought to you by the Barstool Sports store. All Viva items have been restocked. The blue hoodie is the hoodie of the year. The red hoodie is compliments it well. We got the Viva blankets back in stock. John has his entire series, entire line of your favorite fictional bars.
Best
from
bars you've
TVs.
never been to.
Best bars you've never been to from TV and movies. It's got the Garrison. It's got the
Alibi,
the
Bada
Alibi,
Bing,
Moe's
fucking
Tavern or whatever it's called.
Moe's, Drunken Clam, the Double Deuce Roadhouse. We got Dorcia.
Yeah, you went deep. You got some deep cuts.
Yeah, Dorcia is the best one. I was wearing that
Yeah.
last night, and people were like, "Wait, is that a Dorcia T-shirt?"
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I got fucking Dorcia T-shirts.
Yeah, those are the one. That's the line of T-shirts for the year.
Was it Stoiley Cantina, whatever?
That's the Star Wars one.
Star Wars one. The back of that is so sick.
Yeah, it's
you will
fire.
never find something about wretched villainy.
Yeah. To me, the Garrison is
The Garrison one is
the Garrison's
so
the one because
sick.
of the color. It's like this beige. It looks like a white T-shirt that's aged, but it's just like intentionally like that. Super fire. So go to the Barstool Sports store, store.barstoolsports.com. Grab all your gear. Let's talk to that fucking pussy, you fucking cunt, you fucking fuck, Kirk Minihane. All right, so we got Kirk Minihane here. For reference, so everyone knows what we're talking about in case you are not a Mina fan and you haven't heard his podcast, this is audio from their podcast playing audio of our podcast where they're making fun of the Shane Gillis interview, where they're just laughing like fucking buffoons, over-exaggerating the clip of me setting up a question, acting like it's like incomprehensible and I'm stuttering and stammering and not making any sense and not getting to my point when I firmly believe it's a pretty basic concept and a pretty standard question. So we'll listen to this audio and then we'll get Kirk's reaction. That fucking idiot. They went to bat. So we got into it with them because we were basically like, that didn't surprise me. Like you were going to you were about to start a job at Channel 4 NBC network and they found some shit you saying some pretty off-color stuff. That I feel like that's going to happen 100 out of 100 times. Yeah. And we are kind of the school of thought. We've been doing this a long time, so like, we've been making edgy off-color jokes, and kind of getting in trouble for it. And like, you're not canceled if it's the whole cancel culture thing spiraled out of control the other direction in my mind. So we were kind of saying like, it makes sense that NBC was like, listen, I don't know, we can't do that. And maybe there's more to the story that I don't know. No. But on the surface, it was like, there's some things that don't fly for talking about? Network channel. And so that was kind of the consequences. Whereas the Minihane show, they will champion anybody at all times, no matter what the flaw it is. So
those assholes. As opposed, I made my philosophy clear. As opposed to the Minihane show, where they just defend free speech.
But not only that, hey Shane, you know those guys that defended you? They'll defend fucking anyone. They'll defend rapists, racists, anyone that comes in.
As opposed to the Minihane show, who will defend anyone who says things. What did he say?
Kirk Minihane joins the program now. Miami Kirk is in the building.
Mm-hmm. Actually, outside the building.
God damn it.
And that's the interview. Go back home.
God. You don't blind Mike's not here, right?
Yeah, like we're not going to just laugh incessantly at everything you say here.
I feel like I'm trapped here. I don't like this.
You got to keep your head on a swivel, you fucking idiot.
Feel to this. I don't like this.
So I feel like you're severely out of place in Miami. I feel like you're not out of Miami. We all are, but I feel like you are.
Pinkish shirt on, peach shirt, we'll call it.
Yeah, I think it's salmon. I like it.
Salmon, yeah.
So I was just telling you guys before, I had I only have like 6-7 hours to kill in between my show and the radio show today. So, and Kevin can confirm, Portnoy told me that I'm here specifically only to do the radio show.
Dave is very rattled about any potential Kirk Minihane show shenanigans,
which is absurd. So I went for a little.
Why would you have any concern about that?
Actually, that's fine. So I went for a little walk. I mean, we're all trying to get our legs under us after the tragedy that's happened recently. So I went for a walk, and I literally got so fucking lost. I ran into Dave doing a pizza review, and he said, "You're a block away," and I was
doofus.
You guys watch The Sopranos, right?
No.
Did you?
I've seen.
All right, did you watch Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like Brooks when he got out of prison, watching cars go by, confused by the sky.
Maybe you should just hang yourself.
That's, I've considered it.
So I woke up this morning, and why? So I guess somebody was tweeting me about the Kirk Minihane. Oh, somebody tweeted like a rundown of your show. And it said like at the 6-minute mark that like Shane Gillis puts like KFC's brain in a blender or something like that. So I tuned into it, and the way you guys were setting it up, I was like, because I don't ever listen back to my podcast.
No, I don't either.
And so I was like,
do you?
No,
fuck no. Are you kidding me?
I mean, we hate voice,
and I don't want to.
Yeah, I hate my
voice.
I don't understand people who. I didn't mean to get in the way. You're rambling again.
But it is. Like, people who can listen back to themselves, I feel like are like the most narcissistic people in the world.
Serial killers,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I feel like as soon as I hear as soon as I start talking, I'm like, nope, turn it off. Okay. Anyway, I decided to listen back, and I was prepared for like me to embarrass myself the way you guys were setting it up.
Okay.
And I thought it was the most, and I'm the king of exaggerating.
Right.
That was the most gross over-exaggeration I've ever heard in like podcast history.
Okay, well,
I said like twice, and that was it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it was a very basic point of I can understand why NBC, a network channel, would fire you for saying vulgar things. I think you're the idiot for not being able to comprehend that.
Well, again,
what was so hard to understand?
3 minutes of a 3-hour show. I had forgotten about it. I'm glad that it's so important you want to bring me back here to talk about it.
I mean, you are the one who talked about it.
The guy.
And I know you're salty because we got him first, and you didn't get him. He turned you down like 3 or 4 times.
I had no problem
with that.
I actually have no problem with that. You guys need guests. That's not a big deal. But so what you have been all along is you guys are both like, there's no cancel culture. There's no cancel culture. And Gillis was basically like,
That
no.
is not an
And
example of
Gillis
cancel
was
culture.
and Gillis was like, no, there's a cancel culture. And you're like, well, I understand. Well, NBC. I mean,
That is not an example of cancel culture.
He had you on your heels. He
No.
had you on your heels, indisputably. No question about it.
I can't
None.
believe. See, this is where you guys lose credibility talking about cancel culture, and this is why when you guys
What's
were
credibility?
you're all
What credibility?
cackling
What
and laughing
credibility?
like a bunch of buffoons over me saying that Kirk Minihane show will defend anything, and I use the word anything on purpose because you defend all of it blindly.
I would always,
to the
always.
point, but it loses its
To who?
emphasis
To you? I don't care.
Anybody, to any of your listeners.
No, I don't think that's true.
When
And
you- when you- when
we
you-
talked about this,
when-
we talked about this downstairs today when I was walking by with the Kobe stuff. What's the comedian's name who tweeted that stupid fucking
Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, great. Let him do it. Like, what's the big fucking deal? It's a stupid thing. We say it's stupid. We move on.
Right, but what Shane Gillis did in the way you guys are viewing and discussing cancel culture in like the modern 2019, 2020 world.
Yeah.
That's not an example of it. That's been happening forever. If a buttoned up, like tight network like
Well, Twitter hasn't been around forever, but I know what you're
I'm talking
saying.
about NBC. I'm not talking about Twitter.
What do you mean it's been around forever?
Like NBC and SNL would
No.
have fired someone for those
in
kind of comments
1986
a
or
long
something?
time ago.
I
Yes.
don't know if that's true, but I think you would agree that it's much easier now for that stuff to surface. And there are people who are actively hunting for it.
Sure,
That's
but
the difference. I mean, there are people who are
that's
digging through old tweets. I mean, and looking. I mean, they are looking to bring people down. We see it all the time. I don't. And if they do it, great, whatever. But
so
I think
is your argument more that like
My
are you
argument
blaming
is-
NBC for that, or are you blaming like social media?
Well, yeah, NBC should say. Lauren Michaels should say, "Fuck off." He has the power. There are a few people.
But like,
in
when has that
entertainment-
ever happened? What if someone's dropping a racial slur for a
Yeah, but
for
he's but he's
a non-cable
but he's a
network? Like, you're gonna
comedian.
get fired.
You saw it this weekend with Rogan when he endorsed Bernie Sanders. These people, other campaigns are looking for old Joe Rogan tweets and like what? He's a comedian. I guarantee you, a comedian has fucking said off-color stupid shit in the past. So what? My point is, so what? What changes? You're right. I mean, they're going to fire him, and there's going to be backlash, I guess. But what is it if they had said? I even think it's like with Francis. Like if they had said,
See, now that might be a better example
if they had
because
said to Shane Gillis, "Hey, go away for 2 weeks. We're not going to pay you." He comes back. Nobody says anything. Everyone
Agreed.
moves on.
Well, that's why I've said before, if I was in charge with Francis, I would have like suspended him, not fired him.
Right.
And that I think is a better example
So he's an
because
example of cancel culture.
because Barstool is a place where off-color jokes and pushing the envelope happens.
Well-
so then to fire someone over that, I think is where you can get a little bit hypocritical.
Right.
For NBC to be like, we were going to hire you to do like family-friendly sketches,
Well,
and then we
but Saturday Live's not supposed to be
up
family friendly.
I mean,
that's not.
Again,
it is
it's
now,
Channel
though.
4.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like that place is going to fire him, whether it's now, then, whatever. If you catch somebody saying chink and you're at Channel 4 NBC, that's not going to fly.
Isn't the issue with NBC not doing their due diligence?
Yeah, that.
I mean,
and
that's
that, and we discussed that.
Isn't that a no-brainer?
They had no idea about
They gave it 24 hours before they did the announcement.
Yeah,
and
but
he
I
said he
mean-
had thousands of hours of podcasts to listen to.
But if you hire a comedian like that, these are simple. Like I don't know. That's a simple Google search or a Twitter search.
No, he said that. I think what was his, I don't know if
He
it was in the
deleted his
interview or on
Facebook right
ATI.
away.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Or it was one of the. I think it wasn't on the podcast, so you probably haven't heard it. But it was like he said something like they called me the day before, and he was like, "Should you listen to my podcast?" And they're like, "You have a podcast?"
Right,
Like,
didn't even know.
I mean, is that unbelievable? Is that unbelievable?
So I kind of was like, "Do you think it's just that?" And he kind of chuckled it off, but it was like, yeah, it was bad. It was definitely bad research by them.
Well, one of you guys, I think I listened to the interview. I thought the interview was very good, by the way, which I also said, which you didn't mention, which is fine. I praise the interview, that's not the point.
Which is another thing. You and your fucking lackeys are praising it to me personally, and then
What do
you
you
go on
mean
your
personally?
show
I said it
and
on
you
the show.
cackle like a bunch of
I
buffoons.
said on the show, you did a good job.
Which also made no sense. You were talking out of both sides of your mouth.
Well, you can have one shaky moment in a good interview.
If I did have one, I would admit it.
I mean, do you guys talked about Kate McKinnon with the Hallelujah thing and that, right?
That was
you?
ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, once they did that, I was saying this morning. Once they did that, the fucking show was over anyway. Like,
Right.
as a comedy show, it's over. I mean, you
Now,
ever
I wonder,
you ever come
though.
out like
I don't know if I just like intentionally like suppress it from my mind.
It's the
but
worst.
every time someone brings it up, I remember it and fucking laugh.
Didn't
out
you-
loud.
didn't you-
It actually is one of the funniest things I've ever
Embarrassing.
done.
It is. It is true.
Yes.
But I kept waiting for Baldwin to walk out as Trump and like do a duet or something.
Right.
Like,
When's the
plan.
joke? When's the punchline?
Yeah, I mean, she started crying for real.
He had said he wants to sing Hallelujah.
It's the lowest
if
moment.
Trump.
Yeah, so I heard that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I mean,
Well, you know what? You want me to apologize? I'm really
No,
sorry.
I
didn't mean to.
I'm more worried about
you.
you. Like you gotta maintain a little bit of credibility, Kirk.
Where do you want? Where are you on this?
Like the way
Where am
you
I
set
on what?
that up.
This is between you guys. I told Kevin, Kirk, come on. I probably don't have much to say.
Yeah, whenever I'm here, Feidelberg has no interest.
Yeah, he
has
really
no
doesn't like
interest
you.
in
It's not I have no interest in you.
It's unbelievable.
I have interest in you, Kirk. I like your shirt.
Again,
I said it.
You
Thank you. That's all
people
I
have
need.
interest in.
I'm all set.
It's actually what
your
I do. I just
henchman.
compliment people's shirts, and I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, I thought you like the show. Fine, fuck you. Well, you like the shirt? Okay. Fine.
It's your henchmen that are the problem. You
Well, that's
at
your.
least
That's a you issue.
No, that's like
Come the
that's like
fuck
the
off.
world issue. I mean, we do.
So what's your problem?
It's not really a problem. It's just that when I guess it's your henchmen and your fans. I mean, your fans are the worst.
My fans are the best.
I mean, even you don't
So
like your
loyal.
fans.
I love my fans.
No, you
So
don't.
loyal.
No, you
Of
don't.
course I do.
You really don't like
I'm
your
about
fans.
to go. Do you understand?
Which is very it's very funny how much you
in a
hate
week
your
and
own
a half.
fans.
I'm going to be in the northern part of the United States with my fans, Madawaska, Maine. That's how much I love them. Then we're going to your old haunt, the Wilbur, in June. The Minifans are the greatest people on earth. And by the way, they like you guys.
Yeah, no, I mean we don't like them.
They listen to you. They support your program. We talk about.
I would
your
actually
show.
prefer they don't.
I don't know what the Min fans are. I know what they are.
Min
but
sells great people.
I
Min
don't
fans,
like.
not so much.
No,
I
right,
do.
sure.
I always just mute people who have parody accounts. So I guess I'd mute them a lot if they.
Yeah,
if they-
any
like I do it with
reference
PFT commenter. I do it if there's like a Barstool something. I just mute them. Like if you're not connected to us,
You're
I just
gone.
mute it.
You're gone.
But that's good to have support. That's nice.
Well, it's part of your job,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean, no. What are we doing here?
I mean, again, I was just concerned for you. Next time that you do some grand setup of being like, we're about to
Your
listen to
sensitivity
a
level
stuttering,
is
stammering
troubling.
tirade. It
It's
was like,
your
oh
sensitivity
my.
level
And this
is
is another thing we
concerning
talked
to
about
me.
downstairs. Like, you guys can say whatever you want, and then the minute someone responds, they're a pussy. I mean, that's just
It's not
ridiculous.
true. That's not true.
That's what you and all your fans say.
Well, who said you were a pussy?
Like you and all your fans.
When?
I think you. I mean, to be fair, I think you did quote tweet and say what a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like early this morning.
That doesn't count anymore. That's statute of limitations on that one. Yeah, I mean, you do this thing.
Do you think it's an overreaction?
Do I think
By
it's an
you?
overreaction? No, I mean, I
what-
think you have a habit of causing overreactions, which I guess is a
No.
a
It's
testament
causing
to
a
you.
reaction. It's not
Because
overreacting
and
for
you
me to be like,
say,
wait a
you're
minute,
like, oh,
you
it's
guys
3
were.
minutes of a 3-hour podcast.
you do understand that it's also you're kind of amplifying and having some fun at it.
You are your henchmen or not.
Well, who cares?
I mean, what do you mean? Who cares? It's like I'm not gonna like
You
lose
care what
sleep
Steve
over
Robinson
this.
thinks?
I don't
Why Mike's
really
an idiot?
care, but it's
Like
just
what?
like you said, none of what we're doing here, none of this matters.
Oh, this
but
seems
if you
important to me.
talk
I don't
shit.
know.
And then also are behind the scenes like begging me to name drop and stuff. Like I'm gonna bring it back up.
Who's begging you to name drop?
Well, I'm Mike.
Oh, okay, not me.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay,
but I'm
all
saying like just because I react to something doesn't mean I'm like crying and losing sleep over it or overreacting. I'm just reacting to people who are criticizing my work who are doing it hypocritically. So
Were you really that concerned that?
again, not really
Not
concerned.
you. I'm talking to Feidelberg. Were you really that concerned that weekend before you came on my show? You said you texted me like you were worried about all
I
weekend.
didn't text you. We talked about it on the podcast.
Oh, is that what it was? Sorry. Sorry. I texted you after you.
What do you think? I sent you a personal text like, "Hey, Kirk, I'm
I think I
crying."
texted you. Thank you for coming on, didn't I?
Because you
Didn't I?
guys are
I did.
actually like the polar the other end of the spectrum of
Why
cancel
would you be
culture.
concerned? We get along fine.
Because
I
you
don't
guys
know,
would try to go out of your way to cancel
That's
someone.
like part
yeah,
of
but
the-
not you guys.
Well, you never know.
Based on what?
You guys are fucking. You're a lunatic.
Yeah.
Wait.
You have no loyalty to anybody but yourself.
I support the shows I like here all the time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
All the time.
I mean,
I love
that,
this
like
show.
you just said about
I've
your
been on the
tweet.
show
That was a
10
morning
times.
ago. Like that could just flip.
Feidelberg's
Like,
never talked to me on the show, but
anytime.
not like 10 times. He dreads it every time.
I don't dread it. I don't have interest in the cancel culture thing. You were just like, who
Gotta be
cares?
tired
This
of it by
is-
now.
I
it's
am
like-
tired.
It's
We
definitely
didn't
something that's run its gamut as far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
I'm like,
But you had Shane Gillis on talking about it.
right, but you
So we
talk about it
reacted to
every
you talking
fucking
about
week.
it. No, we don't. Some days we don't do it at all.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like that's all I've ever heard from you guys.
So you're getting
If
mad at
you
me.
go, you go
hold on,
heavy
you-
with the promo of it. Your promo is.
But he's getting mad at me for talking cancel culture for reacting to your show where you talked about it.
I'm not getting mad at you. I'm saying you're a one-trick
drag me up
pony
here.
with that.
One trick pony
Well,
with that.
Jesus Christ! Now,
I'm a born entertainer.
King of come on the show and talk about it. And if I have you do that, now it's
I'm
an
happy
overreaction.
to be here. You're overreacting. You stuttered. You stammered. You sound like a shithead.
I mean, again,
you got called out for it.
I
It
was
embarrassing.
prepared for
It was
me to
one
be
of
like,
the lowest moments I've ever heard.
I said, like one time.
Okay, well, listen, yeah, but the content of it made no sense.
It made
you were
perfect
on
sense.
your heels. My guy Shane
I
Gillis.
wasn't. And Shane completely understood it. It was like, I think you guys are unintelligent for not being able to understand it. Saying that a network channel is going to fire you for racial comments is a very basic thing. What don't you understand?
I'm so uncomfortable in this city. I was saying this earlier. I ran this morning. There's a tremendous amount of cats. Have you noticed?
Are there? No, I haven't really been outside yet.
What do you mean?
Like I haven't really done anything.
When
yet.
did you get here today? Yesterday?
No, I got here yesterday, but
okay.
I've been laying low.
Someone's trying to rob that.
What are you gonna do? What's your big stunt this week?
Dave,
I already saw you live on Periscope. Who were you yelling at on that one?
I was investigating how to get into the NFL thing there, which is they don't have it's closed till Wednesday, the experience, which is very unusual. And then I was trying to talk to a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was just wandering around because, I want to
get a question for you. Are you
like doesn't really like I gotta go find someone to yell at?
But I might get this is my issue though. I'm like, so I'm doing I did the podcast this morning for a couple of hours. I'm on at 4. You were here, Kevin. Dave said you're just here for the radio, but I feel like I have to do stuff.
Yeah, we actually were talking about that last night because there is like the pressure put on.
Like for 6 hours, I can't just. I feel like an idiot just sitting around.
But also, like,
I'm glad you asked me to do this.
People at the media at Super Bowl week, it's like you get like the meetings where it's like you gotta do work, and people come down here and just do stupid things. It's like I don't know. You moved the office has been moved here. Do work here.
Do what you would normally do.
Do what you do.
Yeah.
Don't like go out of your way to do something stupid. Like
Well,
Rowan
they
was
do
talking about
kinda
it last
breed
night,
that.
his first Super Bowl, where he's like, "I wish I didn't do bunk buddies or whatever it was because
that was the worst
that was
content I've ever
terrible.
been
I
associated
just
with.
did it because it's Super Bowl week and I
But
felt like I
like-
had to do more.
But Dave breeds that by saying
Right.
like you better work. Then you get people doing idiotic shit.
Well, that's the thing. When they go down here and do the stuff you do on Periscope, well, I'm like, well, all right, but what does that mean?
So you just walk around the city looking for people to yell at.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck else to do.
True or false? True or false? You are intentionally you're having Blind Mike not tell you what he's planning, so you have plausible deniability.
False, and not only that, like I understand the hierarchy here. I work for people, so when they say, "Hey, there's this and that," I'll question it. But once they say no, then you say no. Dave is banned Mike from all Barstool activity this week of the podcast. He's like, I don't trust him. I don't want to be part of it. And you know what? If that's the way it is, I disagree with it. But what can you do?
But why do you disagree with it?
Well, because I think it's a guy who wants to do stuff. I think he's trying. And I think if he reaches out to Dave and says, "Hey, I'm trying this," Dave should at least look at it as opposed to saying blanket no and say, "Well, okay."
But I mean, I feel like he's seen Blind Mike's like body of work. He has experience with him. It's like there's a million fans out there who would want to do shit for Barstool too. You're not going to just let anybody do it.
Yeah, but he works for Barstool. He's a Barstool employee.
Yeah, I mean, basically because of you. Like if Dave had his way, it wouldn't be the case. So I don't think he wants him doing anything.
If Dave had his way, then he wouldn't be here, right? I mean,
I
don't think he's
I mean, I think he's just like, well, that's Kirk's decision. I think it's weird. I think it's like strange that he's the guy that he wants.
I can't
but he's
figure
gonna...
this company out. I like it. I like working here, but half the time I'm baffled.
How come?
Well, I think
I just feel like it's always like, even today, Dave's like, what do you got planned? What do you say about Kobe? I'm like, why'd you hire me? Like, what? Do you have any trust in my body of work?
No, I think that makes sense. I think that's a fair like confusion on your part. Like you were who you were.
Have, a little more faith in you. He does not have any faith or does not find Blind Mike funny.
That's fine.
And so he
I
doesn't.
don't mind that.
But we've been over that where it's like, I don't want to have to go to bat and fight the media for something Blind Mike says, so don't do anything.
I know, but
that's
we
clear
got
cut
into
at
the fight
point.
a couple weeks ago. I said to him, this idea the media is never going to like us. That particular group of the media is never going to like us. We're never going to win them over. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but I mean,
who? Like, who's gonna who?
Yeah, but I think it's, as always, it's like if one of us do something, he's willing to have to answer the questions and do the interviews and go through the drama. If he does it, if it's
I mean, it's like what they used to always say about Kaepernick, right? Where it's like, well, you don't want that kind of drama for a backup quarterback.
Right.
It's like if you're a starter, you can bring the media circus.
Sure,
Right.
but I don't think the Blind Mike drama is going to reach the zenith of Kaepernick.
But it kind of is because they just say Barstool.
I mean-
They just say Barstool though. They're not going to say like some
but who's
nobody at
they?
Barstool. The people who always hate us.
So fuck them. No.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
is there something to that or no?
I do think that
I can say fuck him because I don't have to deal with it, but I can understand not having to deal with it.
I
don't
also
give a
think we
shit.
might be reaching the point where Dave has been fucking answering it for like 10, 12 straight years and would like to try to minimize it. And that's not like being a pussy or running
But
away
is
from
that
it. It's
kind
like,
of how you lose what you were, though? You start giving in, you give in, and all of a sudden you're, you know what I mean?
I do not think stopping Blind Mike from doing stuff is going to like change the Barstool
I don't
culture.
disagree with that, but I'm saying when you start doing stuff like that, that becomes your mindset. Maybe I'm overthinking.
Yeah,
Perhaps
I think you're
overthinking, but I think about stuff a
overreacting.
lot. Well, no, I think about this.
I don't
stuff.
think of it as giving in. I think it's just being like. I mean, I don't know.
Being a little
I
bit
guess
smarter.
it's the definition of giving in. I don't know what it is. The actual definition of giving in. But I'd be like, I just don't want to deal with
Is
it.
Dave going to get arrested at the Super Bowl this year?
He would if the Patriots were.
He would.
If the Patriots were here,
Like, he's
he would.
toned
All
it
right.
down. Like he's not going to try to sneak in this year. Because
Why were you arrested outside fucking Fenway? By the
That was,
way,
by the way, we played that. I thought that was a totally fair criticism. I didn't have a problem. People
What
were
happened?
tweeting at me, of course. They were like, fucking Feidelberg hates you. He fucking called you out. I heard it. I was like, that's funny. I did the protest thing and I didn't get arrested in front of Fenway Park. I could have got arrested. I didn't. I chose not to.
pussy.
I respect
fucking pussy.
I respect the boys in blue.
Fucking fuck.
I respect
You
the boys
stupid
in blue.
fucking cunt.
And they're also in like,
Talentless fuck.
and they're also talking about like, Dave's like, well, you made things difficult for Carabas at MGM. The last thing I care about is making things difficult or easy for Jared fucking Carabas.
Well, that's
to sit there and suck off the Boston Red Sox for a weekend.
But that I guess
mean,
is kind of
I
the
mean,
point. It's
really,
like Dave does have to worry about shit like that. You don't.
Right. Well,
So,
yeah.
like if Blind Mike ever made my life even 1% more like annoying or difficult, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Would you fire him?
I mean, I don't think you can fire people just because you don't like them.
Well, what's the line of talent at Barstool where like, so Blind Mike's below that. We're above that. What is the Mendoza line of?
Who do you think
You know what I mean?
Who do you think is the last person Dave would like defend, and then after that, it's like no good?
Who is that? Where are we at?
that's a fucking tough question.
Off the top of my head, I would say KB. If KB got in
Oh.
trouble with a blog, he would have his
you
back.
think he's the newest guy?
that he's like made man kind of.
I like him.
But
he's a great
Dave,
writer.
Dave also like that's just. I think that's a lot of personal too. I think Dave likes
KB.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like, which way the wind blows with Dave. It's just like, if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't.
What show did you guys? What's the show today? Is this the show today?
What
are you doing?
We're going to talk about Feidelberg shitting his pants for a week straight. We're going to do some
you're
Kobe
sick, huh?
talk.
Oh, Kirk,
And then you?
it was
You
so
all right?
fucking funny. Yeah, I'm fine.
Doesn't sound funny.
Huh?
I mean,
What
he
was it, just a bug?
He was like
Yeah, it was
excited
like- it was
to
like
shit
a
his pants
it
so we
was-
could talk
it was
about it on the
fucking
show.
hilarious.
I shit my pants. I was in spring training with the Red Sox doing the EI 6 or 7 years ago. I went for a run right by the hotel around. It was like a 4-mile run. About a mile and a half in, it just felt like a typical fart. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
And I was like, I can do a sideways sort of, you know what I mean? Like,
Freak it out. Shart or shit?
fucking explosion.
No.
And it was right at Target. I ran to the Target.
Like
and I
down your pants?
It was
like your
down.
leg?
Yeah, it was down.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Back of the
I
knees?
fucking, I took
Oh, he's going to puke.
so much shit.
Yeah.
I was in Target, so I actually grabbed a fucking pair of underwear, a pair of shorts, and fucking Vaseline. Because my asshole was all fucking chapped. And
Oh,
shit.
all right.
It's fucking-
Jesus.
Yeah, it didn't sound so good.
I mean, it sounds like
was
you
a great
did like
place to
a
do it.
marathon. You were a mile in.
I was like I was a mile and a quarter in. Because when you feel, you're like, all right, like this morning I did one. I'm like, all right, it'll be fine. And I couldn't have been more shocked. And I was
Well,
like, this doesn't.
Your
this doesn't
asshole
feel
betrayed you,
I didn't know. I something happened recently where I used to hate like burp and fart and poop jokes, and I was
You're into 'em these
I
days.
was shitting my own pants laughing out loud.
Yeah.
During this?
during the
Oh, really?
like I was sick for 2 days, just shitting. I just like it was one of those things that you just throw your hands up and you're like, I don't know
I
what to do
suppose.
anymore.
I don't know. I would
and
try to keep the poop in the toilet.
I guess like,
I wouldn't throw.
No,
my
I
hands
meant
up.
with the laughter. Like it happened
Ah.
again.
And then
What
you
are
guys,
you gonna do?
and then you guys will do that. Then you'll try and out Kobe each other with
What's your Kobe thing?
I love Kobe more than you do. No, I love Kobe.
No,
no,
I don't
that's
really
not
have a
real.
Kobe.
Is it the
I
greatest
actually,
person who ever lived?
I really did like Kobe Bryant. I'm not a basketball fan, but as far as like, if you
great
never
player.
asked me that, but the weird thing to me that stuck out yesterday was all the Twitter reply, blah blah blah.
Way too much.
But it's actually it's the first time where I think it's gotten to the point where like I feel bad that I didn't say it. Like I didn't tweet anything. And it's almost like where you get in your own head, you're like, well, fuck, like, am I an asshole for not? That's how over the top it is, where like it tricks you in your own brain.
The
like,
outpouring
like
of emotions
you're a
is
shithead for
crazy.
not saying.
Well, it's just got to me like, particularly our site, like got out of control.
When we changed it,
I
Like,
think
a man-
changing
a
the
man's
Twitter,
Twitter
Abby,
picture
was
was-
a
a man-
pretty strange move.
A man died. And I feel
Yeah.
terrible for his
Yeah.
daughter and for his wife and his other kids. A guy died who, to be fair, had a complicated history.
time.
To put it kindly, we got him on the podcast today, and the idea that he's like this, I mean, we had people at Barstool like tweeting poems.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Like, let's
Yeah.
this is not Gandhi.
I
here.
tweeted.
I mean,
I was kind
Well,
of where Feidelberg was.
well,
I
you
was like,
said
I don't
it
know
was
if I'm gonna
the-
tweet anything, but then
You said it was the worst.
I think it's the biggest story, like biggest sports death, at least of my lifetime, and maybe possibly forever.
Well, what was on the Gehrig Clemente?
I don't.
Who am I missing?
We didn't throw out Garrick. I guess Garrick is up there. Clemente,
but Garrick
Thurman,
was-
Munson.
I think it's one of those things where,
But I don't
like-
think any of those guys are on Kobe's level.
How did Garrick die? Was he hit by a car?
But I was like, wait, like with his sickness, if it's on, I think it has the suddenness has to count.
That's
Like,
what I mean. The
if it's
circumstances.
unfolding.
It's also
stature.
the social media part of it too. where
Right.
it's like,
And then
you
it was
know,
the right timing of it all. So I said three things. I said that. I said the media was kind of covering it wrong when they were like
ABC and all that
mentioning
shit.
his daughters.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
And then
bad.
when I found out his daughter did die, I said this is like more than just sports. So those were like the three things that I actually had that reaction. Those were going through my head. So I tweeted it. I think there was a lot of people trying to tweet things.
Oh
and
my God.
thinking to
I mean,
tweet
like,
things. I only said
get
things
it.
that came to my mind.
I get it. You're saying
Even that I got in a little bit of hot water. People said I was trying to debate like who has the better death, and I was like, well, I mean, I guess you could look at it that way. I was thinking of it more of as an homage to his career, that like this is the biggest death. We'll
It's weird. Like
experience.
I know if it's I don't know. I don't like criticizing like how people mourn. Like,
People do it their own ways.
No, but you say that though. It's not a fucking family member.
But that's but yeah, but like at the same time, like I've like weirdly like teared up over celebrities who died. I've never like wept or anything like that. But I've been like, oh wow,
Walker.
like this is
R.I.P.
really fucking sad.
Yeah.
And then I've like lost my best friend and I like didn't really cry. And it's so like I don't know how the fuck emotions work. I don't
think
get it. I'm
that-
not gonna pretend to.
You think that when you die, the
Fucking
Twitter
psychopath.
reaction will be like similar to Kobe, or
I think it'll be, I never paid somebody $2.5 million in a rape settlement, but I would say, it'll be all the evil
was
things.
that the
I ever
number
did.
$2.5 million?
Well, that was the max you could do in Colorado
Oh, because I was going to say that's not enough.
back then. Well, I mean, if it, and I believe it happened. Like I did a lot of, I kind
like,
of
it
dug in that
definitely
story
happened,
for
right?
Well, I mean, he wasn't convicted, right? So it was a civil case. But when I die, it's going to be.
But wait, I'm sorry. Is there any debate that there was money given to
Oh
him?
no, that happened.
Right, that's
I'm
definitely-
sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he wasn't. Yeah, but no, it'll be all the fucking. He's an asshole. He said this. He did that. He got suspended. He was a
Right.
fucking lunatic. I suppose all the great things.
But honestly, I think that's what makes him an
interesting.
intriguing person. He was complex. There was ups,
Well, I
there
think,
was downs.
but-
there was,
so that's the thing. Like,
you know?
I think you can say, he was it seems like he was a
complex.
really good dad.
Yeah.
Lived the second half of his life. It seems pretty well. Was a great player. And then in that whole thing, there is room to say, well, wait a minute. At least on this one night, he did something I think really bad. I don't know why that can't be part of the story.
I agree.
No, I
agree with
think
that.
we were talking about it in the
tale.
car last night. I don't think it's one of those like this isn't the time to talk about.
No, I think
I don't bring it up. I wouldn't bring it up just because like I don't fucking
I don't
like
know.
using
My
that
thing-
brand.
my thing is,
that was something
I-
else I said. I did think when
His daughter died yesterday.
Yeah, when his
I
daughter
agree.
dies,
I agree.
When his other daughters are like mourning, and then they have to see these tweets and shit from a bunch of fucking nobodies.
Now, that being said,
that's
though,
not the right time.
I will say the other side, the ass kissing was very well represented, though.
Yeah,
it's not
so
like,
it
you
was
know,
balanced.
I mean,
yeah. It wasn't like everyone was doing just that.
what do you think they're gonna say when you die?
Probably nothing.
Just throw me out in the trash.
You don't think? Here's the thing. Like, so you've been how long you been in the Barstool for?
10 years,
How long
9
you
years,
been
something
there?
like that.
Forever, right?
10.
10 years. When you die, let's say you died today in a helicopter crash, or you, Barstool would not change the avatar to you.
No. Dave, I don't think Dave would mention me on the rundown.
No,
And he'd be like, after show, what else do we got? Oh, yeah, I mean, KFC died.
like that, literally, like they would not changing the avatar to me was when I said
That was bizarre.
I don't want to say Kate McKinnon-ish, but I think
No,
what
it was.
kind of-
I
what
still want to
crossing
know
the line
who
there.
made that call.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Who makes that call?
I don't know. I
Yes,
meant
you
to bring it
had
up on the rundown to see if it was Dave.
If I had to guess, what'd you say?
I meant to bring it up on the rundown to see if it was a Dave
I would
call.
guess it's Dave.
Yeah.
I would
he was,
guess
he
that's
was very
Dave's-
into, like, he tweeted the quote, and he was very affected by it.
I mean, that's
Surprising.
definitely that's not. I would imagine that's not a low level thing. So it's whoever the highest
It's
person
been
on
up
social
long
team
enough where you
is.
would think for sure.
I also think that they needed to change it back from the promo for Rough and Rowdy, so it was maybe like, we got to change the avatar anyway. Let's just do a little pit stop here for Kobe. I don't know. It was a strange
It's been
move.
24 hours. It's a wild move. There's no doubt about that. It's like what the hell. And it was one of those things too, where it's like, if it was one of those like fucking Charlie Hebdo, like whatever the times were when everyone was changing their avatar.
Yeah.
No one else
was doing
has
it.
changed their avatar.
Nobody was doing
That
it.
is
yeah.
true. It's a good point. I never thought of it that way. That's a good point.
Yeah, when everyone changes had the rainbow for gay pride. It was a lot of times in history.
If it was
people
like a
changed it.
trend and like
nobody
we're
else
just
was.
a popular Twitter account was staying with trends, I get it. It hasn't happened anywhere else.
Speaking of popular, the Greg Hill show, pretty popular. Pretty good ratings.
They did well, yeah.
Were you surprised by that?
Who's this?
I mean, this amateur bullshit.
Sorry,
You and I are
apologize.
done professionally.
Why?
That's a Christian Bale quote for being an amateur. Anyway.
Oh, with the
Were you surprised by those
Turtles
ratings? Yeah.
No, well, I think it was the fall book.
Do you think that you maybe contributed to that by talking about it
Yeah,
incessantly?
probably, but I don't care. What do
I mean, I think you do care. Come on.
I don't. That's
You wanted that number to be low.
that shows my grandkid. Like the show that replaced me, Mutt and Jerry, fell like 50, 60%, and Jerry got fired and Muck got moved. That to me was my flaw.
But I mean, when the Greg Hill show started, you were playing audio
it's terrible.
of it, and
you
it
think
was
it's
terrible.
Does it sound good to you?
I mean, I haven't listened to it, but I'm just saying you wanted that show to not be good.
Well, I think it will. I think in 6
the
months
numbers
we can
not
have
be
this
good.
conversation. What do you?
Well, that's what I'm wondering if you think that it was just the Kirk Minihane effect, or if you think this guy's going to do.
I mean, he's not doing the ratings I
He did
did.
a 13, correct?
15.
No, I believe it was a 13.
Well, I'm happy to send you the information.
Oh, okay.
I
would love to see it.
I've seen Kirk look really happy twice this show. Once was when he said he shaded his pants, and the other was when he looked at me and raised his eyebrows. 15.
I would like to know whether that's the Kirk effect or if Greg Hill is just doing numbers.
I think he's probably doing fine. I don't know. How much
money do you think a guy like that's making?
No, you know what's funny about Greg Hill? I'll give you another story. This is a few contracts ago. I was renegotiating a contract with the VP at the station, and I went in the office, and he went out, and Greg Hill's contract was right there. Sitting there, so I read it. It was not a lot.
Really?
Not a lot.
I read it.
You can't be leaving personal.
Well, that's not my fault, right?
No, but I mean, to leave very sensitive information around when Kirk Minahane's lurking, like that's a bad idea.
The big
Kirk,
big
you didn't see my contract.
I did.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Kirk would pass the fuck out.
I think that's one of Kirk's favorite things to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true. I haven't given you shit for being a bad businessman once today.
I know, that's true.
Well, do you have,
I had to do it. I had to be like, hey, remember? You hate me. You hate my contract negotiations.
Ironically, it was because of a show at the Wilbur. That's what you were there for.
Yeah, that is true.
I guess it's not that ironic. But do you have an actual contract?
I do have an actual contract.
Okay. How many years is it for?
This is last year.
Done. So you have a year left.
Yes.
So when do you start negotiating?
Dave suggested soon.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Would you have any leverage?
Probably not.
Good. I like that attitude going in. Is
I
always
mean,
helpful.
even if he did, he would not use it.
You wouldn't leave ever.
No,
You never
no.
know.
I've said that on a million shows.
Would you know?
Would I use leverage?
Would you leave?
I mean, I'm not up for a couple more years.
I'm just saying. Say
So-
your contract ended in March or something, or whatever, June, and you're like, nah, this isn't.
I don't have a family, and I don't really intend on having one, and I
family?
make enough money to live, and I like this. So that's pretty much
I've
it.
seen your bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have to legitimately cut this for your own goddamn negotiations. Like, just so it's not out in public.
You're doubling down on being the worst.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
But like, whatever.
have you heard very famously? I don't know if you actually said this in negotiations or you thought it, but their question was,
Oh, yeah.
how
No, I said
how
it.
low
Yeah, you
would
told me
you
this.
go?
Yeah, you
and he
told
said
me this.
half of what I'm currently being paid. You could give me a pay cut, and I would
Yeah,
take
but
it.
just cost of living where you live now, though. You couldn't do that.
What's that?
Just cost of living, though, for you now.
Dude, I live in a fucking flop house. Me and my roommates I have multiple roommates. Our ages combined
have
are
a real
over
room. He has a fake
100
wall.
years old. I live in a repurposed living room.
Yep.
I'm
How
a,
about this?
I'm a simple man.
When his room is cut off of the living room,
Yeah.
so when you flip the light on,
Right.
like he can't control his own lights.
Yeah, if you
if
come
someone in
home
the living
late,
room wants to turn
it
on
wakes
or off
me
the
up.
light, it affects his room.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know. It doesn't make any
He's
sense.
lazy. He's like,
I think
why
I actually
move?
looked up like what people. I think it was like like your living expenses or your housing expenses should be
XYZ of your
like
given
like,
what you're
like,
making?
like,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
25% of what you make a year,
Yeah.
right, or something
That's
like that.
probably right. Yeah.
I spend like 1/17 of my.
Are you saving it?
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that is
You get out early, retire,
yeah. I'll fucking.
live on the water.
That's the way to do it.
But yeah, I always wonder that about bar. Like nobody ever leaves.
Well, I mean,
you
so
know
I
what I
want
mean.
to see it through, and I want to cash out my equity. And if that were to happen, and if I were to maybe get like an offer at like somewhere I wanted to land, like the problem is there's nobody else. If there was like several other bar stools, I think we'd be able to maybe explore it. But it's like, do I want to go somewhere where they're going to censor what I say and not give me freedom of speech and all that shit?
One could argue that's going on here, but yeah, it's fine.
One could make that argument.
One
and it
could
would
make
be
that argument.
it'd be a stretch.
So you're staying. That's a big
Yeah.
addition. Okay.
Are you on
yeah.
contract?
Yeah. What do you? Yes. What do you think?
How long?
2
I mean,
years.
it could be like year to year. I
2
don't
years.
fucking know.
2-year deal.
I don't know your business.
2 year. To me, I think they'd get out of it today if they could, though. They're like
They're sick of you.
Yeah, if we do this one over, life's easier without this fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
and I
at
don't
any point,
and I,
do you
and I
plan
don't
on
disagree with
changing?
them. Changing how?
Like not being a pain in the ass everywhere you go.
No. Well, I mean,
Like at some point, you got to get sick of it too. No,
I enjoy.
you enjoy it. That's
Well,
problem.
I-
You love the
I
chaos.
also enjoy-
such a fucking asshole.
I also enjoy this place. I like most of the people here.
What?
Like I like Barstool. I haven't.
You like 3 people here.
I like you guys.
You know like 5 people. You like 3 people, and you
But I
hate
like
the
that
rest.
they do. Literally, they have never edited a word I've said in the podcast ever.
Yeah,
ever.
that'll never
It-
happen.
It helps that they also don't listen to it.
Right.
They don't know
Right.
shit about it. That's a wonderful thing.
But you guys are king of like, I don't need any promotion. I'm
I don't.
on the island.
I don't.
But then when someone else gets promotion, you guys are like, this is fucking
But that's
bullshit.
funny.
Yeah, you
It's funny,
guys
though.
are
It's
like
funny.
you
But
guys are the king of the girlfriend who's like, leave me alone, leave me alone. Why aren't you paying attention?
Yes.
Give me an example.
Huge.
All the time you're complaining about like what you didn't get invited to things.
Yes.
You're not
When have
brought
I
up to
ever
things.
invited
You're
to
not,
what?
What was the tweet
When have I
today?
complained
What was the
about
tweet today? You're not on the fucking mural.
That's a joke. You think I care for the
But
mural?
that's the thing. You
I
are,
think
you
that-
are joking.
I think
You
the
don't
people.
think I
I think the
care.
people tweeting it do.
Yeah, your fans and your co-hosts believe it all.
Yeah, but sometimes
I think
I'm
the
legitimately
person.
mad.
I
That's
don't know care about the fans. I think the person sending that tweet does.
I sent the tweet.
You send the tweet from the Minihane show. You run the Minihane show account.
Oh, I thought you meant the picture of me on the thing.
No, the Minihane show account had something about it where it's like,
Oh, my show.
Kirk, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's
So I think the person sending that tweet does
Steve
care.
and Blind Mike, like,
But I have
really
never. You
believe-
can ask Dave. I have
like,
never.
do-
No, I don't
have
think you
ever-
give a shit.
Promotion ever.
Have you ever had a conversation with them being like, you know, I'm just like busting balls and joking, right? Like they take it
With
dead
who?
ass with Steve and Mike.
No, because sometimes I'm not.
I mean, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, sometimes what do you want? Sometimes I'm legitimately mad that sometimes we're just dicking around.
Yep, you're an asshole. You're just talking out of both sides of your mouth.
But no,
like
but-
whatever fits, whatever
It's
fits.
not true.
The story
I mean,
of
it's
the-
not- it's not
like you said,
true.
hour to hour. Well, that tweet was 4 hours ago. I don't
That's
mean
not,
that anymore.
That's not
Get the
true.
fuck out of here.
All right, fine. I'm gonna go eat some lunch and then do radio or whatever.
I can't wait for the awkwardness of your radio show.
No, it's gonna be brutal.